During the mid-1800s, the lumbering industry began to grow in Ontario. Simcoe County had 29 registered sawmills in 1846, and that number quickly increased to 114 by 1871. The emergence of large settlements in Ontario and the northern United States gave lumbermen access to a building market that could satisfy all of Ontario's lumber barons. John Thompson paid $30,000 for the lumber rights to land that stretched from Longford north to Haliburton. Thompson built his own mill on Lake St. John, and during his first year of operation in 1869, the mill produced 5 million board feet of pine. The mill averaged just over 15 million board feet each year after that, until the trees eventually ran out. It is estimated that during its lifetime, Thompson's mill produced over 200 million board feet of lumber. Orillia continued to prosper, and the Northern Railroad eventually completed a rail line to the town in 1871. The population of the town nearly doubled every 10 years during the next few decades. The locals could listen to the harmony of nearly a dozen passenger and 20 freight trains on a daily basis. During this time, tourism was being discovered, and Orillia became the summer home destination for many prominent citizens of Ontario. Several steamships plied their trade on Lakes Couchiching and Simcoe. Ships such as the Orillia, later called Islay, and Enterprise, the inspiration for Stephen Leacock's Mariposa Belle, were regular sights. A regular boat service was carried out from Rama, Longford, and Geneva Park twice daily aboard the Longford. Train excursions into Orillia brought thousands of people to town each year, and they availed themselves of Couchiching Park's facilities and the many boating trips that were available at the town dock. Orillia built their first steam electric plant in Victoria Park in 1887, and the heavy demand for power led to the construction of a second plant beside Couchiching Park in 1894. Ragged Rapids on the Severn River became the home for Orillia's new power supply in 1902, and this 21-kilometer transmission line was the longest for any municipally owned power station in Canada. For the next 40 years, Orillians enjoyed the cheapest hydro rates in Canada. The Ragged Falls power plant was shut down after a long series of mishaps, scandals, and shoddy construction techniques. And so a new power plant at Swift Rapids on the Trent-Severn system opened in 1917 and continues to provide power to Orillia. All this cheap electricity led to an era of industrial expansion. The names of some of these industrialists include the Tudhope family and their automobiles, Estes Long Company and their mining equipment, J.R. Eaton planing mills and hardwood products. Couchiching Park underwent dramatic changes, starting in 1967 with the expansion of the park area through the addition of an expanded shoreline. Countless tons of dirt and fill were placed along this stretch of shoreline that was once home to many rundown boathouses that had served a useful purpose in a previous era of Orillia's history. The breakwater and 130-slip transient marina were added to the Orillia waterfront in 1985. Elections for Orillia's first town council took place in January of 1867, and the first town politicians were James Quinn, Mayor, D.L. Sanson, Joseph Vick, L.R. O'Brien, and Samuel Wainwright were elected councilors. The first ever town council meeting in Orillia took place on January 21st, 1867. Orillia was incorporated as a town in 1875, and 94 years later, in 1969, it was incorporated as a city.